everyone. Happy Retro Adventure Wednesday. I am so glad to be here tonight because we have a surprise game, one that I wasn't originally planning on streaming this week. I was going to stream an exciting new King's Quest fan game, the AGI demake of King's Quest VI, which I was very excited about. And then, just in the last couple of days, another King's Quest fan game came out. They tend to come in batches. It Takes Two to Tangle by Akril, a fantastic member of the Sierra fan community. This one, I think, is going to be a real treat, folks. I can't wait to jump into it. I think that if you haven't seen screenshots from this yet, you're going to be really impressed with what a gorgeous game is. Great original soundtrack. I can't wait to play with it. I've only played the first 5 minutes, and I'm already very into the idea. But welcome in. It's me, your old pal Decaf Jedi, and you are here for Retro Adventure Wednesday, and I'm glad to have you here. Hope you're having a good day. Hope it's going well on your end. Oh, the game just started. I guess it decided we'd seen that disclaimer far too long, but here it is. It Takes Two to Tangle. Welcome in, everybody. By the way, thank you, Grayson, for the resub. I'm going to apologize in advance, y'all. I've got a new stream bot set up and some new alerts and everything. It's probably going to be half broken most of the stream tonight. We'll work out the kinks over the next few streams, but I apologize if alerts go off 36 times or anything weird like that. But welcome in. Hey, Manhunter's Shrine. Welcome in. First time here. Good to see everybody. There's Brian 80s. There's Kevin. Ricky's here. Hey, Tribeca. Thank you so much for the resub. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Sarah Kell out there. Oh, man, we've got a crew. Cregan, you're Paul, not Pat. All right, let's just jump in. First of all, I love this. If I'm correct here, this is roughly translated like King's Journey 9. So I guess we're supposed to take that. That's Latin, more or less, for King's Quest 9. We aren't calling it King's Quest here, presumably for legal reasons, but we know what it's meant to be. So let's jump in. Let's get a load of what this game has to offer. Hey, Expert Casual, good to see you. Let's get a retelling of the events leading up to this game. Monarch Adventure. Once upon a time, in a world far apart from our own, there existed a kingdom known as Daventry. It was ruled over by the great King Edward, and for many years, it was a land of great beauty and prosperity. Unfortunately, misfortune soon befell Daventry and its monarch as one by one, 3 great treasures of the kingdom were stolen away from King Edward through lies and deceit. King Edward had lost his wife years before and was growing quite old and feeble, and the loss of the treasures was an even greater blow to his soul. With neither the treasures nor an heir to the throne, he knew that Daventry would soon fall into ruin unless he acted quickly. He summoned his bravest and noblest knight to Castle Daventry, a young man by the name of Sir Graham. King Edward described each of the 3 treasures to Sir Graham, a magic mirror that depicted images from the past, the present, and the future. An enchanted shield. Well, most mirrors actually present stuff from the present, so that's a little bit less. Impressive. But the other 2 are cool. An enchanted shield that protected the bearer from all mortal harm, and a chest that was forever filled with gold coins. King Edward bade Sir Graham to search the kingdom and retrieve these 3 treasures. If Sir Graham was successful in his quest, the king vowed that he would be the next king of Daventry. Sir Graham accepted this mission and set out in search of the 3 treasures. His journey was a long and remarkable king's quest, as he quested for the crown. And despite the many imposing obstacles fate threw at him, he eventually emerged victorious. That's right, it is King's Quest 5, Ben. You're here just in time. King Edward passed away not long after Sir Graham returned to the castle with the 3 treasures in his possession. Under King Graham's rule, Daventry soon began to return to its former splendor, but Graham knew that he would have to choose a maiden to be his queen and provide an heir to the throne. Sadly, none of the ladies at Daventry captured his heart. Oh man, that's rough. Bad dating scene in Daventry.
Then grease me up, woman!
What was that? However, one day Graham looked into the magic mirror. Thank you for that sticker. Just caught me by surprise. Thank you, Expert Casual. I saw an image of a beautiful maiden with deep blue eyes and shining auburn hair. Oops, I tabbed out. Bad start. When he asked the mirror who this lovely woman was and where she could be found, an ethereal voice informed him that her name was Valenice of Cassima, but a cruel witch envious of her beauty had taken the maiden to an enchanted realm and imprisoned her in a quartz tower. The portal leading to this realm still existed in Cassima. Though the image of Valenice remained on the mirror's face for just a short while, Graham already knew that he was in love with her. He embarked for Cassima, and after a quest rife with danger as he romanced the stones and thrones, magic and wonder, he eventually freed Valenice from her tower. He asked if she would marry him, and she gladly said that she would. Valenice was wise, gentle, and compassionate, and she loved Graham just as much as he loved her. 2 years after their marriage, she gave birth to twins, a girl the couple named Rosella, and a boy they named temporarily Alexander. However, the king and queen's joy was short-lived. One night, Alexander was stolen from his cradle. The kingdom was searched far and wide, but no trace of the boy was found, and his parents feared the worst. Hey, enjoy bees. Good to see you. Meanwhile, in a far-off land called Lildor, an evil wizard named Mananan lived in a house atop a tall mountain, spying on the goings-on of the small town below him with malice and contempt. That's how I'd keep an eye on my town, too. He constantly terrorized the land's inhabitants and took great delight when misfortune happened to strike other lands, things which he could see easily through his crystal ball. Once Mananan had kidnapped a baby boy and raised the child to carry out some of the more menial chores about the house. However, late in the boy's 17th year, Mananan discovered the boy had discovered the wizard's book of spells, was practicing magic in the hopes of defeating Mananan and freeing himself. After turning the unfortunate youth to a heap of ashes, Mananan vowed that this would not happen again. For years, he continued to kidnap infant boys from their parents, raising them to be his slaves and always slaying them on their 18th birthday because of the magic thing and nothing else. This horrible cycle continued for decades until Mananan kidnapped a boy named Bladian. Bladian wasn't like the other boys Mananan had captured. He was much smarter and perceptive. He would often wonder about his real family. Like Mananan's first slave, Bladian eventually discovered the wizard's laboratory and the book of spells a few months shy of his 18th birthday. With the help of the book, Bladian was able to defeat Mananan by transforming him into a cat. Bladian soon discovered his true identity. He was Prince Alexander of Daventry. As if this weren't shocking enough, he learned something even more alarming from a mysterious oracle that dwelt in a cave in the Lildor countryside. Years ago, a three-headed dragon had invaded Daventry and was still wreaking havoc upon the land. The creature requested the sacrifice of a young maiden once a year, and Alexander's sister, Princess Rosella, had become that year's chosen victim. Feed wizard to bears. Absolutely. Fortunately, Alexander was able to travel across the sea to Daventry's coast. He continued inland until he reached the heart of Daventry. There he found the three-headed dragon, and using Mananan's magic, he was able to defeat it and free his sister. Atomic Matter, the names got much easier to pronounce once talkies became popular. Though Graham and Valenice were overjoyed at their daughter's rescue and their son's return, tragedy soon struck. Graham was suddenly terribly ill, and it seemed his death was soon to come. This is a great recap. However, an image in the magic mirror then appeared to Rosella. It was the image of a fairy that introduced herself as Genesta of Tamir and explained that Rosella could save Graham's life by obtaining a magic fruit from Tamir. In exchange, however, Rosella had to help Genesta by finding her talisman, which had been stolen from her by an evil fairy named Lilette. Lot. I always get that wrong. Genesta explained that she would die within 24 hours unless her talisman was returned, and for Graham's sake, Rosella agreed to help Genesta. That's 2 lives on the line. Yeah, where is Lytton on this map? Where's Lost Wages? Genesta transported Rosella to the land of Tamir, and that was King's Quest 4. Oh, yeah, this is important. She met Lilot's son, a quiet, timid, green-skinned hunchback named Edgar. Found the magic fruit. Lilot declared that Rosella was to marry Edgar the following morning. She locked Rosella in Edgar's room. For a while, it seemed all hope was lost. Then Edgar freed Rosella, and Rosella was able to defeat Lilot and retrieve the talisman. Yes, there will be a test. Please pay attention, Ben. Rosella returned the talisman, changed Edgar into a handsome young man. Overwhelmed with emotion, Edgar asked Rosella if she'd marry him, but she said, "Nah, dog, I'm good." Back to Daventry. All right, Graham's health is restored. Graham's on a walk in the woods. His castle disappeared. Fortunately, a talking owl named Cedric appeared and explained what had happened. It seems that it was Serenia that he went to, where he met Crispin. I always thought that was a little bit of a stretch. Crispin, Crispin for short. Anyway, Mordak, the evil wizard, stole the castle. Cedric and Graham set out on a quest. The castle had been miniaturized like the bottle city of Candor. Mordak's the brother of Manannan. He meets Princess Cassima of the Land of the Green Isles while he's in Mordak's castle. That will be important for this game. Graham's family's restored. Castle Daventry's back. Everything's good. For months, Alexander thought of little else but Cassima. The old magic mirror. There's a girl in the tower. Standing at the window of a tall tower. That is the girl in the tower, looking sadly at the stars that shone outside it, calling his name. His heart lightened as he realized that Cassima had not forgotten about him, and he now felt he knew a way he could find her, by navigating the stars. He arrived in the land of the Green Isles. The royal vizier, Abdul al-Harad, was to be married to her. Alexander spoils that wedding. It's a play to take over the kingdom. He's also part of the society. Thank you, Clill. There it is. Yeah, all royal viziers are evil. That's part of the job description of a royal vizier. Thank you, Clill. So Mordak's part of the Black Cloak Society. Goes to the land of the dead. Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Let me give a shout out here. And thank you for the follow, Fairy. It's good to have you here. Let me give a shout out here if my shout outs are working. Thank you, Toga Mario, for the raid. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream this evening? Glad to have you here. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Shambrat. Hope you're well. What were you streaming tonight and how'd it go? We're playing a little bit of It Takes Two to Tangle, the new King's Quest fangame. And you're here just in time. We are in the recapping the rest of the series portion of the game, so you haven't missed any of the good stuff. But welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm Jess. I stream retro point and click. Just heard Girl in the Tower. That's enough to get anyone to follow a stream. Hey, Apprentice. Welcome in. All right, so we're just here recapping the events of King's Quest VI. Okay. Cassima's parents then declared that after what they had been through, they didn't think they'd be able to resume their positions as king and queen, and Alexander humbly accepted their request to become the new king. All right. The Black Cloak Society, who is Shadrach, the man that Abdul al-Hazrad was exchanging letters with. Shortly after their return, Valenice brought up the topic of marriage with their daughter Rosella. Rosella had no interest in getting married. You remember this from King's Quest VII. Hey, thank you so much, 6-7, for the resub. I appreciate it. And thank y'all again for the follows. Yeah, we're going to get to the game. Just you wait. This game is waiting for us. Okay, Rosella falls into a pool. She goes to the realm of Eldritch. She's in another world. Valenice is there with her. She has kind of like a Season 1 Janeway cut going on. Bizarre mystical world was in terrible danger. Milicia, who knows? Malika. Either way, this person is evil. The Troll King, but the Troll King is an imposter. The Troll King is actually our old friend, Edgar, it turns out. We all remember King's Quest VII, I'm sure. There's the volcano. Ooh, Curse of Monkey Island. I love Curse of Monkey Island. Curse of Monkey Island may be my favorite Monkey Island. That's a good one, Toga. Land of Floating Islands, which Rosella had glimpsed in the pool. Vanished from this kingdom, intended to destroy it. All this sort of good stuff. Rosella was able to change the false one back to the true one. And it's Edgar. The fake Troll King was Edgar, Lolot's son from King's Quest IV. All right, well, there you have it. Edgar was the son they were searching for when he brought back to Oberon Titania. As a baby, he was stolen, changed his shape to resemble her. Much like Alexander, stolen from the crib. Hey, thank you so much, Ben, for the resub. I appreciate it. Lured Rosella into Eldritch. Okay. She granted his request. All right. Now they're in love forever. Maybe. Ooh, is that a hype train incoming? Hey, Expert Casual, thank you so much for the sub. And thank you for kicking off that hype train. All right. So everything's dangerous. People are being haunted by grotesque imagery. And everything's strange. There we go. That's everything up to now. Boy, that was... Oh, wait, no. Life had been peaceful for Graham, Valenice, Rosella, Alexander, Cassima, and Edgar. Hey, thank you so much for the support, Toga, and take care. Thank you again for the raid. Things are about to change for all of them. All right. Well, that was just a quick recap of the King's Quest series. Let's actually play this game. I mean, that's pretty impressive. If you never played King's Quest before, that's a lot of detail. Here we go. Let's watch the new one. Yeah, they didn't cover Hoyle's Book of Games. They left out an important one there. Oh man, thank y'all for getting the hype train running, by the way. That's fantastic. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate y'all hanging with me to play these games. Whoa, Clill! Thank you so much for the gift subs. That's fantastic. That's so generous. Thank you. And congrats to everyone who's getting one. This is Alexander. Looks like there's a darkness spreading over Daventry. Thank you so much, Clill. Very generous.
Alexander, are you all right? Was it that dream again?
Yes. It was even worse this time.
I don't understand. Why would you keep having such a terrible dream over and over again?
You should just stop doing that.
I don't know. But I've heard that people who work with magic sometimes have visions. Visions that warn them when danger is imminent.
And you think you're experiencing something like that because you've cast a few spells?
Yes. In fact, I'm sure it's a warning. It has to be.
A warning of what, though?
I don't know. I just don't know.
This looks fantastic,
There's got
right?
to be something we can do. Perhaps if I went out and searched for someone else familiar with magic, I could...
Let's just try to go back to sleep now. I'm sure we'll be able to think of something tomorrow.
Wait until you see more of the animation. The rotoscoping is excellent. I love rotoscoped animation. I think it looks so neat. I'm getting some Last Express vibes from this. That's what happens when you meddle in the affairs of wizards. Yeah, bad dreams. It's tough. This is Edgar. This is handsome Edgar.
Ah, here you are, Edgar.
That's his mom.
Oh, hello, Mother.
What's wrong? You seem so sad. It's Rosella, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Edgar, if you really want to let her know how you feel about her, you have to talk to her.
I know I do. I'm just afraid that just telling her that I love her won't be enough. There's got to be something more I can do to really show her.
I'm sorry I can't be more of a help, Edgar.
What's that thing you're holding?
Oh,
This?
it's a strange artifact I found in the royal treasury.
What were you doing in there?
I've been helping the treasurer catalog some of the older items.
There's King
in there.
Graham and Valenice in the
These
corner.
Nightmares have been getting worse, and I've been doing everything I can to keep them off my mind.
I'm sorry to hear that. What about Father?
He's not doing well either. No one seems to know where these horrible dreams are coming from. I just hope they don't get much worse than this.
I hope so too.
Well, I'm heading back inside now. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, my son.
Thank you, Mother.
That's Rosella. I'd know her anywhere. Unless it's Janesta, who looks exactly like Rosella. Oh, here we go. Little tiny crown. If you aren't putting the little tiny crown on people's heads, you aren't playing a King's Quest game right.
Don't worry, Alexander. I'll help you somehow.
It's the necklace from Moana. It's the heart of the ocean. All right. Boy in the tower. Yeah, Mike, I love the look of this game. Akril was, I mean, I think this was 20 years in the making, right? This is a labor of love. Hey, thank you all so much again for the hype train. Thank you for all the support. Uh-oh. He has a Moana necklace too.
The black cloak. It must be him. It has to be. If only I could find him. But where is he? Who is he?
Why is he? It actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It's no fun.
Such strange magic. Why does it feel like it has something to do with Rosella somehow? No, I must be imagining that. But what can I do to prove myself to her? I'd do anything for her. Anything. I just don't know.
The cloak! The dark cloak! It's coming! It will destroy us all! We must do something!
Yes, Oberon, you're right. Oh well, no biggie. That's why he gets for sneaking into their room while they sleep. Hey, we're here. It's chapter 1, A Hitch in Time. Now, I want to pause here and say, Akril understands how proper King's Quest titles work. You start with a well-known phrase, and then you switch up a word, whether it takes 2 to tangle or a hitch in time. So far, we've got the King's Quest naming conventions just right. What just happened? Where am I? So the game itself isn't voiced, only the cutscenes. Am I dreaming? Black cloak, black land. This place somehow be connected to. Yeah! That's how we do it. Please don't slit my throat. Never heard that name before. If you're not Shadrach, then what are you doing here? Are you Meshach, Abednego? Tell me your name. It's just an accident, a stupid, unlucky accident. Woman's anger seems to lessen slightly, but she still keeps a firm grip on her dagger. Looks like it'll take more than Edgar's pleading to convince her not to hurt him. Here we go. So here we go. We've got a classic interface. For instance, I will touch this woman who is trying to stab me in the throat with a dagger. That's not the solution of the puzzle, though. Try talking to her. Not going to convince her. Is there death in this? Honestly, don't know. Dark-haired woman is quite beautiful. That'd be the first thing I would be thinking if a woman had a knife to my throat. Angry glare on her face. Doesn't trust him. He's surprised and puzzled to see a a pendant identical to his own hanging from her neck. We'll pendant her. The pendant, where did you get it? I got it from my mother. I kind of stole it from my mother. I feel like it brought me here, but I don't know exactly how or why. I suppose my pendant must have brought me here as well. Right before it did, I was thinking of a wizard named Shadrach, who's part of a society called the Black Cloak. Black Cloak. The Black Cloak. This place is certainly dark, but wait, the Black Cloak? What's that? Well, I really know that it's an organization of evil people, most of them wizards. One of these people managed to get close enough to my parents to gain their trust, and by the time I realized what he really was, nearly everything was lost. However, my husband, although he wasn't my husband at the time, discovered a letter written to this man. This letter was from Shadrach, and he was advising the man who betrayed his parents on how to take care of me in order to achieve his goals. Fortunately, their plans were completely foiled by my husband, see the intro. But although that traitor was banished from my homeland, none of us truly know who Shadrach or the Black Cloak really are. My husband's been having terrible dreams. I feel like it must be connected to Shadrach somehow. If he knows his schemes have been thwarted, he may very well be playing revenge. My parents have been having dreams exactly like that. In fact, my father was yelling something about a black cloak right before I appeared here. Yeah, I was in his bedroom, and it wasn't as weird as it sounds. Are your parents magic users? They have a couple of levels. They're dual class. I've heard that people who use magic frequently are prone to prophetic visions and dreams. Both my husband's dream meant that we were going on only targets to Shadrach's revenge, but some members of your family are having that dream as well. I think I see. You know, you never did tell me who you were. Oh, my name is Edgar. Well, Edgar, this may seem like a strange thing to ask, but I need your help. You do? I have my mind to search for Shadrach to find out who he is and what he plans, but finding him on my own is going to be difficult. Edgar, would you please help me? Yes, I will. Thank you. What about you? What's your name? Not convinced of his innocence yet. It's Leela. Well, Leela, or Layla, how do you think this search should start? With some pointing, some clicking, look around this place a little more. Fangame, this is retro-inspired. Strange orbs provide some amount of light to the dark cave. They're nevertheless an uncanny sight. Alright, we're controlling Cassima for now. Thank you, Yaka babe. Something about it makes me feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Cregan, this is a good point. They're wearing clothes they wore in other games. These may be the only outfits they own. What do you think? Leela? Oh, I forgot that was my fake name. Just think about these pendants. What were you thinking right before you appeared here, Edgar? I was thinking of the dark cloak my father was screaming about. I was thinking about the black cloak and we both wound up in this place. You suppose these pendants take you to a place similar to whatever you're thinking about? They've only been used once. Why don't you try thinking of somewhere else, somewhere you know very well? Then you could try to find out more about Shadrach there. I could, but what about you? I want to stay here and explore this place, as strange as it sounds. Somehow it feels familiar. All right. Hopefully we'll meet again. Whoa! It worked. Oh. Cassima, what happened to you? Where are you? It's me, Alexander. I stole the hero's clothes from Quest for Glory 2. Now I'm wearing them. Please let her be all right. Went out Dragon Ball Z style. Hey, that's King Graham. I'd recognize that guy anywhere. How could you have just disappeared? I'm sorry, Rosella. I'm just in the dark as everyone else is. It's me, King Graham, Josh Mandel. I miss him so much, but I don't understand why. I mean, I hardly know him.
Hey there, Jim here. Just popping in to ask if anyone is working on his sweet and obviously loving Crafted on my franchise, which is also known as Police Quest. There's many more exciting adventures that Sonny Bonds got into. I know them all by heart.
Thank you, Ben. That's right. Where is the carefully animated Police Quest fan game? Thank you for that sticker. So she's not sure if she loves Edgar. We're going to play as Cassima first. Let's save, though. Cassima, start. Save-a-rooney. Doop. Doop. All right, back to the nondescript cave. Ghost kid. What are you doing outside the gates, lady? Am I in the land of the dead? My mama didn't care. She's always ordering me around, telling me to do stuff. When I died, I would have gone back to haunt her. But then she died herself. That's horrible. Now everyone here keeps telling me I gotta pass through the gates, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay right here on the banks of the Styx. Come sail away. It's supposed to be the realm of the dead. Of course it is, lady. Say, how do you get here if you're still alive? Would you please let me cross this bridge, little spirit? No, not even the Goblin of Darkness is going to boss me around anymore. Goblin of Darkness is amazing. All right. The young girl glares angrily at Cassima. Why don't you find someone else to haunt? Nuh-uh. I'm not going nowhere. Well, if I pendant you? As insubstantial as the little girl seems, Cassima still doesn't want to get that close to her. Ah, we'll just stab this girl ghost. It's okay, she's already dead. I mean, normally I wouldn't endorse stabbing a little girl, but she's already dead. It's no harm, no foul. You don't let me pass, You'll what? Who do you think you are, the Goblin of Darkness? Oh, that's so good. I'm already stuck on the first puzzle. If so, that's pretty great. I watched an awful lot of intro to get stuck behind this little girl. Obvious exits are... Is this the bratty girl from Jurassic Park? Could be. Harry Potter and the Goblin of Darkness. Who do you think you are, the Goblin of Darkness? No. If not, I don't want anything to do with you. Well, in a game that has had no obvious inventory so far, and only 5 icons or so, it seems like it should be pretty easy to get past this puzzle. Okay, not listening to us. Order that hit book. That's right. It's a treasured weapon. We all have our treasured weapons. Huh. Kill yourself and have a ghost fight. That's actually a really good idea. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that would have been a good approach, I think. If you want to fight on even ground with a ghost. How can I already be stuck? I'm sure there are more screens in this game. I mean, it feels like we need to trick her into thinking we're the Goblin of Darkness. Absolutely. But to the best of my knowledge, we don't have... Yeah, we can't talk to ourselves. Can't use the pendant on ourselves. Gotta pick up the 1 pixel coin. Maybe that's it. Recap what we know about the Goblin of Darkness and go from there. There's more to do back where you started. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Is it with these things? Report to the orbs. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. I need to get out my Manhunter device and log in and check if the orbs need me to track anyone.
What's this? Another King's Quest fan game? I'm sure that any moment the internet is going to explode with codename Iceman Fan Games.
Where are the codename Iceman Fan Games? That's a good question, Ricky. Thank you for that. Orb override. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've done it. We've broken off the tip of the stalactite. Maybe I'll stab a ghost with it? Codename Iceman. By the way, welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're playing It Takes Two to Tangle. It's the new King's Quest fan game. It's the new hotness. Thank you, Packet Game. Okay. So we're going to put horns on our head and become the Goblin King, I take it? They call me the Goblin King. Here we go. Wow. Get over there, Cassima. All right. All right, wait till she's closer to the little ghost. Got it. You know, me and my pals that worked on StairQuest really kicked around pretty hard the idea of making maybe not a Police Quest fan game, but something inspired by Police Quest. We never quite cracked it. Who knows, someday. She sticks the 2 stalactites beneath her upper lip, making it look as if she has 2 fearsome black fangs. See, I thought she was going to use them as horns. Grrr. You're the Goblin of Darkness. Please don't hurt me. I'll go through the gates. I'll go. Let me gone. Little dipshit. I'm sorry. I don't know what that word was. Little spirit, okay. Spirit. Oh, she has stuff in her mouth, so she can't speak. Okay. I get it. Wispy old ghost Rex on rock, appearing both indifferent and serene. Oh man, I know that vibe. Look at this guy. This is finally an adventure character I can relate to. Spirit, can you hear me? Yes. It'd be great if that was the solution to every puzzle. Why are you here instead of inside the gates of the underworld? I'm in no hurry to get there, but I've heard until people enter Sam Hain's throne room, they have memories of their lives they can be torturous to endure. I have no recollection of my life, therefore I do not wish to go through the gates. When my time came, I was grateful to die. My time alive was finished, and now I'm content. But don't you leave me be. I don't wish to be spoken to. You want to see my knife? Nah. She doesn't want to talk to him again unless she absolutely has to. Again, I can relate to this character. What's going on here? Ooh.
Who do you think you are, warm flesh, to wake me from my precious sleep?
What are you?
The spirits of this realm call me demon, but who are you, warm flesh? And what would you be doing here?
It's a long story. I'm sorry, it's a long story. I don't have the time. Can I please just ask you some questions?
Whatever the questions are, make them short so that I may rest again.
I'm looking for Shadrach.
Is he dead?
I'm fairly sure he isn't. This being the darkest place known to humanity, I thought I could start here. And how would you be able to get to him from here? I don't know.
Well, then I can't help you. I've never escorted a lot of people into Sam Hain's throne room, and I never shall. I don't think you get out of this cave anyway.
Well, thank you. You know that old ghost scene over there? He's still attached to the world above. I suspect that moral artifact might have come along here with his soul. Sometimes a mortal with strong ties to the land of the living may come here with one of the possessions they were laid to rest with. However, such a thing is quite rare. Possessions such as what? How would I know what you mortals bury your kind with? I know for certain that such a thing would be quite small. And until the moral soul has been truly broken free from his world, the soul can never be too far away from the object it's brought here. Did he bring a tiny little dragon demon? Did you bring a stalagmite? Is that what you brought with you, dude? Hey, dude. Hey, duder. Hey, dude, did you bring a stalagmite? He brought a pixel. He brought the new Google Pixel 9 Pro. Available in stores. Choose one of 4 colors. Tickle Ghost Uvula. That's usually a good solution. Time to be the Ultra Gothic King. Yeah, I guess we just threw away our fake fangs. We were just like, fangs for the memories, and we threw them away. I love that she doesn't want to talk to him unless she absolutely has to. Huh. I'd like to think maybe all the puzzles down here are just stalactite and stalagmite puzzles. There's a hot spot at the bottom of the screen below the dude. Whoa. Okay, that's a pile of dust I didn't see. Thank you, Kevin. Oh. A plain silver ring. I'm keeping that. No way I'm giving that back. Cassima's carrying a plain silver. I mean, Cassima got her start in the King's Quest series cleaning floors, so you know. That's why she's got training there. Where'd you get that ring? It was buried nearby. Is it yours? It's the ring my wife gave to me on our wedding day. My wife? Wowie wee wow. We couldn't afford gold rings, so we exchanged rings of silver. Emma, my poor dear Emma. But I thought you said you remembered nothing from your life and you were ready to die. I was blinded by my own grief. I covered it up so much that I almost did forget until you showed that ring to me. I'm indebted to you for reminding me of my past. Otherwise, I might have remained here on this stone until the world itself ceased to be. If there's anything you wish of me, my lady, just ask. Oh, could you please leave that ring with me? I know I can't wear it now, but if you just leave it on the ground where I can see it. There it is. Do you know of a dark wizard named Shadrach? Do I? Don't get me started. He was the one whose actions brought me here. Do you mean he killed you? I was standing outside my college by the road, then a stranger came walking up the road, asking where he's going in such a hurry. He didn't answer. I reached out, touched his shoulder, and asked him the same question again. Then he turned to me and... Wow. I wish it didn't happen when it did. Oh no. My poor little Ashni. No friends or allies who could avenge my death, even if that monster was still at my homeland. Who can say where he's headed next? This is why, gang, you've got to get your affairs in order and have somebody ready to avenge your death on the off chance that you ask a wizard the wrong question on a day when they don't feel like dealing with you. You gotta be prepared. Well, I'm pursuing Shadrach as well, not for what he's done, but for what he might do just as well do, and when I find him, I'll do whatever it takes to bring justice to what happened to you and your family. A mortal stay in the underworld. I don't doubt your will, Miss Cassima. She'll tell this guy her name. Yes, Cassima, I wish you the best of luck. I'm just gonna take that ring. Oh. Where's your homeland? Can't remember his address. Can you at least recall what your homeland looked like? I believe I can. As long as I have a clear picture in my head of the land, I can travel there. Step a little closer and hold still. Why? I'll give my memory of my homeland to you. If clear picture is what you need to reach, I'm certain this will be enough. Can you just describe it to me? We don't need to do ghost Vulcan mind melds. I fear that delving into my memories too deeply would make them slip away even faster. Alright. We did it. Oh. I know I can reach it now. Thank you, Spirit. De nada. Farewell, Cassima. I wish you luck. If you do succeed in your quest, I will know. We did it. We solved all the puzzles. Wait, is this... Are we in Serenia? We are in Serenia. We're in Key's Quest 5. I'd recognize this little village anywhere. Cassima looks around the small village. Cassima notices a tree off in the distance. Graham doesn't want to go in there. Graham looks through the shop window, only to discover it's a tailor's shop. That's my version of the Key's Quest 5 narrator. It's literally the only impression I do. It's not very good one. I think Ben is the only person, PS Carrick in the chat, who likes my Key's Quest 5 narrator impression. So that's for you, Ben, if you're still around. Won't be buying clothes in this village. People in the crowd seem too busy chattering to each other, and whoever is minding the shop taking any notice of Cassima. Princess in town. Smello. We got a real boy Grayson on our hands here. Young boy sits on a large barrel, a dour expression on his face. Seems pretty tough to spy his size. How great that boy is. That boy has a tude. That boy has a serious tude. How great would it be if you could just reach out and shoved him off his barrel? I feel like shoving somebody off their barrel should be like a euphemism we use for something. You really shoved him off his barrel.
Yeah, what do you want, lady?
What are you doing here?
I'm guarding her alley. If you want to come back here, you gotta say password.
I don't know the password.
Then you're not getting in.
Would you please let me by?
Oh, it's you again. Do you have the password this time?
This guy gives me, what is it, Kenny Foulmouth? Is that the character from Curse of Monkey Island? Energy, real Kenny Foulmouth energy.
Then stop bothering me. Go away, dumb grumps.
All my impressions that don't sound like the King's Quest V narrator sound like Senor Cardgage. Senor Cardgage is just a slower version of that same voice.
Hello, Belinda's.
Inside the shed is pitch black. Nice closet. As Cassima is groping for the door's handle, she hears the sound of approaching footsteps. Oh no, it's other kids. I hate children like this. Look at them. Their knee socks.
Hi, you two. What's the password?
Down with Ashni. All right, go ahead. Ashni, that's the guy from the Underworld's daughter. Ashni, where have I heard that name before? It was a good, 6 minutes ago. Is she going to Jared Wilson down the outhouse? Yeah, you might have to pull a little bit of a gold rush there. Toilet time. All right. I've solved yet another puzzle.
What's the password?
Down with Ashni.
Oh, it's all right for you. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Hey, what are you doing back here? How'd you get past the guard? I knew the password, so he let me in. You're a girl. We don't allow girls in here. She's not a girl, Hans. She's a lady. I suppose you can stay here, but don't try anything funny, lady. Hey, Downlog. To the best of my knowledge, this was a one-person job by Akril, who's a longtime fixture of the adventure game community. She and I actually worked together on 2 games way back when, over 10 years ago, about 12 years ago now, I guess. Pledge Quest 1, the Space Adventure, and Pledge Quest 2, Noodle Shop of Horrors. Both of which were intended to be kind of games to hype up people to pledge money to the 2 guys from Androma's Kickstarter project. We made the first one together in 48 hours with me doing the writing and puzzle design and her doing all the art and coding. And the second we threw together in 2 weeks. Immensely talented, and you can really see it coming through kind of in every aspect of this game. It is a impressive piece of fan work. Okay, so there are a few other folks working on that. That's awesome. Cassima first appeared in King's Quest V, so she has seniority over all these kids. Yeah, I didn't see them running around back then. A gangly, long-haired boy sits on the ground, playing at the length of string. What you got there, a cat's cradle? Yeah, this is definitely an Akril production. Boy glances nervously at Cassima and then looks away. Yeah? I won't be ignored, kid.
Yeah.
How do you do, fellow kids? I'll steal their toys if I want to. Let's get in on this. Yeah, you fight like a dairy farmer. Okay, you look like the head kid. I'll talk to you. Now, this may seem like an odd question, but you know anything about dark wizards? Man that lives in the woods. Hey, Forte, thank you so much for the raid. Let me pop out here and give a shout out. Thank you, Forte. I hope you're doing well. You're doing some King's Quest 4 speedruns tonight, right? Is that what I saw you were up to? Let's see. Got a shout out going here. There we go. They're recently playing No Game. at Twitch. Were you really playing a round of no game? Is that true? Hey, Santa Claus, good to see you. Welcome, man. Is that Santa Claus of speedrunning fame by chance? And how were the speedruns tonight, Forte? Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jess. If you've never been here before, I play retro adventure games. Tonight we're playing a newer one, though. This is It Takes Two to Tangle, the recently released King's Quest fangame. As you can see, is a pretty impressive piece of work. Okay, there's a weird old man out in the woods. Oh, it's going to be Crispin. That's right. Santa Claus Legendary Stair Quest and Manhunter Speedrunner. Probably known best for Manhunter. Got a good one that kind of fell apart at the end. It's too bad to hear. So tell me, who's this Ashni you referred to in your password? She's a dummy. That much I know. She's someone your age? Yeah, if she acts like someone half it. What do you mean? This kid's so rude. She talks about weird stuff. Even the girls don't like her. Let me shout like that little Ashni wife. Where's she live? She lives in the cottage past the gate right next to a huge oak tree. Is that going to be the bakery? Past the gate near an oak tree? Let's bring waif back into the lexicon. This is a good point. I feel like we haven't used waif much. Like, I think there were two periods of using waif. Like, we used waif to refer to, like, Victorian era orphans of the Oliver Twist variety. And then briefly in the 90s, we used it to refer to particularly thin supermodels. And it's just been gone. My waif, there you go. Cassima doesn't want to begin exploring this unfamiliar land without a destination in mind. My waif. Hey, there's a link to the Discord that the bot just spat out. If you enjoy talking about adventure games and games in general with a fun bunch of friendly, inclusive folks who particularly love these old Sierra and LucasArts adventures, be sure to pop over to the Discord and join the conversation there. It's a good way to keep up with when new streams are on the way, too. And hey, thank you so much, Forte, for the resub. I appreciate it. Girl in the tower. I bet that's Ashni. That must be the girl that the boy's talking about. Ashni. What a pretty toy she's playing with. Must have it. Excuse me, aren't you Ashni? Yes. I spoke with the boys in the alley town square. They told me to come here and bully you. I know, but why? I don't know, maybe because I don't have a father and I don't act like them. Tries to strike up another conversation with Ashni, but the girl refuses to answer her. You want to see a knife? This game can't quite figure out the context of when I want to use the knife to stab somebody and when I want to try to impress them with my knife. Every time I'm trying to stab them, it's like, they don't want your knife. Don't worry about it. But every time I'm just trying to show them how cool my knife is, they're like, you shouldn't stab that person. This knife needs more context. This game needs like a full slate of Gabriel Knight 1 icons. So I have like 7 different use icons for ultimate control over my actions. Take this kid. That'll keep those bullies away. That's right. I'm really loving this game so far. I hope that that's coming through loud and clear. Armed child with knife. Girl in the town. Kids don't play with too many knives. Crack stuntmen's gonna save some lives. It's spring break. For some reason, that particular Homestar Runner cartoon is forever lodged in my mind. Give child ominous looking scars and knives. Yeah, I mean, this is how you let people know this is a kid not to be messed with. What if I threw the knife into the door? That dude lives here permanently. It's wedged in, yeah. Used to fly girls from Alabama. Beach volleyball, slamma jamma. So I thought I had the destination of Crispin's place. What's the password? Down with Ashni. I've talked to Ashni. I don't see why your son resentful of her. She's too strange for us, for sure. She didn't seem strange to me. I still hate her, especially after what she did last week. What's that? She borrowed my toy horse and said she'd give it back to me in a couple of days, but she never did. Oh, I see. Oh, we're settling some serious business. Someone tried to cram a lamb, a Swiss cake girl on the disk drive. My wife and I use the phrase cram a lamb constantly. Like, I don't know the last time we said cram about anything without just changing it to cram a lamb. Like, just cram a lamb that in the back seat or whatever. Cram a lamb is absolutely part of our daily speech. I still drop a y'all biscuit heads occasionally, inspired by PCP. Cramalama ding dong. My mother told me not to talk to. Oh, it's you. Who'd your mother say not to talk to? Strangers? Yeah, no talking to strangers, not since the accident. She sometimes cries when she talks about it. Oh, no. Talked with the boys in the alley. They said that toy horse you're playing with belongs to him. Is that true? Well, yes, it is. I'm sure he wants it back. That will make him and the others stop yelling mean names at me all the time. Well, if I return that horse to him on the condition that he stops picking on you? I don't know. I don't think it'll work. He hate me. They all do. He might hate you a little less if he had his horse back. Well, okay, here. Sweet. I'll go sell this at the toy shop. I'm sure that's the solution to this puzzle. You go straight from here, you sell this at the toy shop, use that to like book passage on a ship around Cape Horn or something. That's how these games always work. I've played enough Sierra games to know how this goes. Probably should save, it's been a little while. Here you go, dingus. Gee, lady, thank you so much. Now that you got your horse back, will you promise to stop being so mean to Ashni? Well, I guess I will. As long as she doesn't take my horse again. She promised me she wouldn't. You seem awfully protective of that horse, though. Be a shame if something happened to it. I made it. You made it. My papa's the best toy maker in the village. And I'm going to be the best toy maker in the world when I grow up. Oh, my father-in-law met your dad. What a coincidence. Oh, I wish you luck. We got a sled from him. I think we gave him a ham hock or something. You know, lady, I think I should give you something. Oh, a hand mirror. Great for shining your enemies in the eyes with, and it's perfect for sending signals, too. I've kept it with me all my life. That's pretty vain. I thought you said you stole it from your mother. Shut your mouth, Toby. Anyway, you deserve it for getting my horse back, lady. Be careful what you do with it. I'm sorry, be careful with it. Goodbye. Okay. Sweet, we have a mirror. Kid, there's a gnome out in the woods who's much better than you. Do. Really shoved him off his barrel. That's right. You ding dang know it. Maybe I'll give her the mirror? Is it one of those classic puzzles? The old squid pro quo? Maybe she can tell me where Crispinifer's place is. Oh, look at this. Ashni, please forgive my forwardness. Can you please tell me what happened to your father? What a pretty scene. Well, Mama says the stranger just came walking by the house and did something to him that killed him. We know her father. That's the guy from the underworld. Maybe that stranger was a fairy. Some fairies kill people. A fairy? Fairies can be pretty different, you know. Some have wings, some are part animals, some look like just humans, and some can't stand being touched with iron, and some of them can't cross running water. Those are vampires. Those fairies are vampires. My father-in-law killed one of those too once. He's had a lot of strange adventures. A lot of them come from another realm right next to this one, but a lot of them come from this one too. There's one kind of fairy that's a beautiful one with goat's feet that she hides under a dress, and there's one really nasty fairy with no skin so you can see its insides. How do you know so much about fairies? Heard about them in stories. This is adorable. Wish I could meet a fairy someday. I like them. Why? It's the ones that look like humans I really like. I like them because they look so much like humans, but they're still different somehow. Maybe someday you'll meet one of those. Maybe. One more thing. Now she's Columbo in this kid. One more thing, Ashni. I'm looking for somebody very important. A wizard. There's a wizard that lives close by at the end of the path that leads north from here. His name is Crispin. I'm afraid that's not the wizard I'm looking for. They're very old and wise. He knows other wizards. Maybe he knows yours. I suppose it'd be worth speaking to him then. If Crispin can't help you, maybe you should go to those mountains. Nah, I don't have a tambourine. There's no way I'm getting up those mountains. My papa traveled through them once. So did my father-in-law. Told me about powerful Queen Isabella, who lives up there with wolves for servants. Yeah, like Sir Greyhound or whatever his name is. She knows many things about this land. Ashni! Ashni, come inside. Why are you talking to that woman? I've told you not to talk with people you don't know. Sir Grey Wolf, there you go. I heard from someone in town. I swear I meant your daughter no harm. Ooh, a stew. Sir Greyhound of Bus. Goodbye and thank you, Ashni. I'm really digging the tone of this game so far. I think it's striking a really interesting balance for King's Quest. Where are you going to get to the Cedric factory? Doodle doodle doo 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 doo. We're leaving the town in search of the wizard. Oh wow, look. We're in Serenia. Y'all know I'm a King's Quest V guy. I know there's a lot of hate and spite out there about King's Quest V, but I love me some King's Quest V, and I'm happy to be back here. I'm looking over at my shelf at two beautiful copies of King's Quest V. I hope to add a new one someday soon. I have the NES version and the Graham standing on the mountain version. I want to get the creepy Graham flying through the air with a bunch of kids tagging behind him version eventually. I'd love me some King's Quest V. Little hobbit hole. Oh, for flowers. Well, it's too small for Cassima to climb down. Only in King's Quest do you look at a well and you immediately think, can I climb down that? Rather than can I draw water from it? Far more interested in the door leading into the house than the one leading into the cellar. Yeah, Cassima may be, but that doesn't mean I am. Hello, my lady. Who are... Wait, is it you? What? It must be. I believe it was about the time you arrived here, but I'm afraid I've quite forgotten your name. Could you please tell me who you are? Cassima of the land of the Green Isles. Strange, you look familiar somehow. Where have I seen this man before? Ah, yes, Cassima. I have many things to tell you, my friend. But not out here. Eavesdroppers could be anywhere. Please come in. There has to be a Cedric reference in this scene, right? Now then, what was it we were talking about, lady? Medusa. Oh no, that's not the solution. Just waiting for her to speak to him. Well, to begin, could you please tell me who you are and what land this is? Well, Cassima, this land is Serenia, and I'm Crispinifer. You may call me Crispin. Suddenly, Cassima remembers this is the somewhat absent-minded wizard who helped rescue Alexander's family from the clutches of the evil Mordak and returned her to her homeland so many months ago. Serenia is the same land that Alexander's father journeyed through to find Mordak. Crispin, what a surprise to see you again. Do you? No time for talk, your majesty. I must explain everything quickly. Eavesdropping, you don't have the eaves. You're not in the same time that you were in when you left Alexander in the Isles. You've stepped into the past, Cassima. The pendant that hangs to your neck not only transports the wearer to different places, but also to different times. Ooh, but that's impossible. I wouldn't be telling you this if it were, my lady. Such a thing is not as unbelievable as you might think. In this world, the flow of time is not always constant. Objects, ideas, and even people have occasionally appeared much earlier or much later in time than they were meant to. I've heard this phenomenon is even more prevalent in the parallel realm of Eldritch. But enough about that for now. I have something to give you that might assist you on your journey. It's an owl. Here you go. It's an owl carcass. You can eat it if you get hungry. You can throw it at things. This armlet is engraved with 5 symbols, each one representing a different animal. When you wear it, you'll be able to temporarily transform into one of them. Oh, is this a game mechanic? What animals? The raven, the wolf, the lizard, the sea lion, and the panther. All of them have traits which can be advantageous. For instance, the wolf will let you endure cold climates. The raven will let you fly. The lizard will help you slip into small spaces. And something else. As long as it's used properly. Alright, I'll take it. Come closer though. Nice armlet. That looks great. This game looks fantastic. Did you hear that, Crispin? Did you hear me tab out? You've just learned the 2 words which can help forth the armlet's magic. One of those words will change you into a beast, and the other will turn you back into a human. But how will I use my words if I'm a beast? So I just need to say that word and this armlet will transform me? Only when the armlet is willing. When you're turned into a beast, it will be the form the armlet determines would benefit you the most. It'll only turn you back when it determines the time is right. Oh, that's nice. For a game. Is this a Curse of the Azure Bonds kind of scenario? Now that's a good question. Anyone speaking those words can activate the amulet, so keep those words a secret. Try to steer clear of dark magic. Powerful as that armlet is, it's not without its weaknesses. Thank you so much, Crispin. I wish I could repay you for your generosity. Oh, you already have, or will. You can never be sure which is correct. Is he living backwards through time like Merlin? Because if he is, he has to tell me. Otherwise, it's entrapment. It's time for you to leave now, Cassima. I'm afraid there is nothing more that I can tell you. Wait, Crispin. Do you know anything about a wizard named Shadrach? Yes, but I don't wish to speak of him, much less speak his name. I desperately need to. I'm a very old man. All this talk has made me tired. I'd be so mad. Operation Time Trap. I hope the beasts are dressed like her too. Paul, this is a very good point. But Crispin, please. Very well, goodbye. I love that he just like, I'm kind of tired, so I'm not going to tell you the one piece of information you really need. I say, oh, was that Crispin? A very brave young woman who I won't meet for another decade or 2. Oh, that's too bad. It's me, Cedric. Drat, the first person I found who seems to really know anything about Shadrach, and he won't tell me anything about me. This is really rude. There's got to be a way to find out what Crispin knows about that fiend. Oh. 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 We're going to be dropping them eaves. Let's see here. Wait. Where's my circlet? How do I activate eCirclet? Oh, there it is. Perhaps this isn't the right situation to use it. Sandra, why won't she leave my front yard? Oh, you want me to go out and chase her off? Oh, if she's standing out there, I'm standing here. Oh, look at that nice little reflection. I feel like I should be able to. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Damp weather's caused it to swell. I wonder. This is AGS. Believe it or not, I just wanted, Dr. Mario, this is a great question. This is the exact same engine used to make StairQuest, which is wild when you think about what a amazing piece of software Adventure Game Studio really is. I mean, the fact that it can make these two just like wildly different games and somehow work. Yeah, this is just AGS, just a really nicely done, really, just her own interface dropped onto the exact same engine that runs StairQuest. And honestly, most other adventure game engines. I mean, all the Blackwell games are AGS games. Nearly all the Wadget games, I think, are AGS games. So, yeah, it's a versatile engine. You can really do just about anything in it. Crimson Diamond. Yeah, good point. My cat Jax is here. He looks angry at me. Well, he's somewhat guilty about betraying Crispin's trust, but reminding herself that this is for Alexander's sake, Cassima opens the trunk's lid. The trunk is filled with a number of odd trinkets as well as a small stack of paper pushed into one corner. Upon closer examination, Cassima finds there old letters, most of them nearly illegible. She carefully pulls one of them out of the trunk and begins to read. To answer your question, at our last meeting, we discussed the wizard Shadrach in great depth. I, among others, mentioned how he seems to become more and more reclusive. He is still young, so some of us assumed it was merely a passing phase, but his condition has hardly improved over the past few years. It is difficult to tell what his true intentions are. I believe you agree that he is not one to be trusted. I pray that you can find a merchant who sells genuine memory-enhancing herbs. Otherwise, I fear that you might not be trusted to remember the details of our meetings. Hate to see you leave us, but perhaps your retirement time is drawing near. I suspect my time may be drawing close too. Hope to hear from you soon. Adisi. Yeah, I like Akril's choice to focus on these characters too. Like, there's definitely room to tell interesting stories about Edgar and Cassima. And I think rather than just giving us another King Graham or Rosella or Alexander, even Valenice adventure, it's fun to get something a little bit different. Then another. To the wizard Crispin from the sorceress Kada. I may be an amateur, but I know a bad apple when I see one. I write to tell you about Shadrach. I've been watching him out of the corner of my eye and shudder at what I see. Shadrach has been with us for years, and yet his appearance hasn't changed a whit. Either he's indulging in some powerful rejuvenating potions that I have no knowledge of, or is there something far more sinister going on? I can see into most people's minds very well, but Shadrach seems to have built up a solid wall around him that I simply cannot penetrate. The only activity which seems to calm him is engaging in a game of chess. And even then, he only seems to play it with the hopes of soundly defeating an opponent. He's often temperamental and overly defensive, and many reprimands he receives have no effect on him. Perhaps it might just be my own worries, but I can't shake this feeling that there's something this man is hiding from us. If you have any thoughts of your own in this matter, I'd appreciate it if you let me know what they are. I hope you're still in good health. Also, please don't forget to write back to me like last time. This is fun. We're meddling in the affairs of wizards. Crispin, I don't know if anyone's told you, but in case they haven't you forgotten, here's the news. Shadrach has disappeared. He left no note, and no one knows that he's leaving. Most of his equipment left behind. Tried to find him, no avail, vanishing. Unlikely, taken away from us. He says, well, I fear he's turned down the wrong path at long last. I can't say whether I'm glad that he's left or wish he would come back, so we give him another chance. There doesn't seem to be any hope for the poor fellow. If by some slim chance he shows up at your cottage, be on your guard. Something about that man has truly changed. Sincerely, Barathos. Okay. Cassima is starting to see why Crispin is reluctant to talk about Shadrach, but as much information as these letters contain, they don't help very much at all. All she knows is that Shadrach is young, doesn't seem to age, and disappeared from whatever society Crispin's correspondents were part of some time ago. Well, at least Cassima knows a little more about the Dark Wizard than she did before, even if only the tiniest bit more. Ancient books. I take it that's probably all I need to do down here. Well, I suppose I should be moving on now. Hopefully I'll find someone else who can tell me more about Shadrach. Very cool. I dig this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Cassima takes a moment to examine the steep mountain path, then begins to follow it. Sometime later. Uh-oh, she's cold. Why not bring some heavier clothing on this journey? Yeah, you gotta have a cloak. You just gotta have a cloak. It's so cold, but I can't turn back, not now. That queen that Ashti spoke of is the only lead I have. Suddenly Cassima becomes very aware of a warm sensation on her upper arm. Oh yeah? Gonna turn into a wolf. Gonna turn into a wolf. Should I really use it though? I've never done anything with magic before. Suppose I don't have any other choice. Therios. The wolf is wearing her headdress. It's just like we imagined. The wolf is dressed like her. Ta-ta-ta-ta. There it is. That's what we wanted to see. Hey, Silver Streak. As someone who can turn a holographic cloak on and off at will while on stream, I agree. This is a great point. Welcome in, Silver Streak. Let me give a shout out here to Silver Streak. Everyone be sure to go follow Silver Streak. Terrific streamer. Always a joy to drop in on. A sentient AI that runs its own channel. You can't do better than a little bit of Silver Streak. Playing some Astrobot. I've heard wonderful things about Astrobot. Is it living up to the hype, Silver Streak? How is it so far? So we've turned into a werewolf. Though Cassima isn't entirely comfortable with now having paws instead of hands, she's thankful their thick fur is keeping her warm. My son, too, is named Astrobort. Oh, the walk icon turns into a wolf. Get a load of that. Got a regular Von Glauer situation here. Astrobot feels like a creation of pure joy by the people who really love the history of games. I understand how to make games. So I'm got hair in my mouth somehow. My cat's nearby. He's just shedding hair in my direction. That's what I've heard about it. I mean, everybody just says it is like a joyful game, and man, that's always a pleasure. Wish I had some more wolf powers. Oh, I love that. I love that it's a little paw now. This game's fantastic. Silver Streak, this just came out.
Werewolf?
Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, Silver Streak, this just came out like 2 days ago. It's brand new. It's the work of an adventure game developer named Akril. She's made several other smaller games in the past. This one is just a real triumph. Check out the translucency on that crystal too. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Ricky. Wait, this isn't a crystal, it's a block of ice. There's something frozen inside. I wonder if I could free it somehow. Well, you could try peeing on it. Clarinet doesn't work. Let's wolf it up. Touch tongue to us. Yeah, that's too dangerous. That's just too dangerous. Oh, I was going to use a light beam reflected off of the... Here we go. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, I did solve your puzzle. Wait a minute. I'm still carrying my belongings with me. Where are they? They're in her headdress, gang. How on earth? This magic certainly has a strange way of working. Just don't think about it too much. Here goes nothing. That's very good. I love it. Love it. Love this game. Turns out to be a bluish-white statue out of a wolf. Takes into her possession. Sweet. Wolf statue. Hashtag wolf statue. It's Queen Isabella's castle. I'd recognize it anywhere. It's like a great place to go sledding, too. Wait. Wait a minute, what is that? I didn't even notice this. This wolf. Oh no, a wolf. Oh, right. Hello? I did stream the newer King's Quest games and liked them quite a bit. I thought they were really neat. I would have loved to have seen more Sierra games get that sort of treatment. Say, who are you? A traveler in search of knowledge. Can you tell me about that castle to the north? It's the palace of Queen Isabella. She reigns over the mountains of Serenia. Two of her most highly trusted guardians stand at the entrance of the castle this moment. Which Isabella is it? That's a great question. I mean, it's hard to say. I guess it's tough. Sir Mogram and Lady Gilsane. Let's see. Sorry for bothering you again. Is there anything else you can tell me about Isabella? Very reclusive, downright cruel. Oh, here we go. We've done it. We've done it. Jax, you want to come over here? Are you in the mood to say hello to everybody? Here. Here. My cat's here on the desk. You want to come over? Or you just want to knock over my lights and stuff? Okay, stay there. Be a bad boy. Do your thing. Now Jax is making me nervous. He has a dangerous look in his eyes. The cat's nearby. Let's see here. Nope. He said no thanks. I'm not appearing on your stream unless I'm being paid. The end of cables is where you find Jax. It's absolutely true. All right, let's see here. Save game. I see. All right, so hello, fellow wolves. Yes. How do you know us? Just passing through this area, and I need to see your ruler, Queen Isabella. I've heard of her, and I think she can help with my predicament. So you know of our queen? Yes, I would be grateful to both of you to have an audience with her. If you'd be so kind. Okay, Jax. Now you're coming up here and you're biting my elbow. Jax is having a tough time. As regular viewers know, we recently brought a new little cat into our family named Kevin. And she's a tiny little sweetheart. She suffers from pituitary dwarfism, so she's itty bitty and is getting a lot of attention. And Jax hates her and hates us now because of that. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. Unless you have a sign of allegiance to present us, I would advise you leave us alone, foreigner. It's pretty great. You know, little Kevin. Yeah, I mean, that's right. Kevin is Jax's blood clone. Kevin lived as a newborn kitten thanks to a blood transfusion from Jax. So in that sense, he has Jax's blood, or she has Jax's blood flowing through her veins, which you'd think would endear her to him. But no, I think Jax only sees her as a disappointment and would like his blood back if at all possible. Now, here's the big update on Kevin. I know everybody's here thinking it's like, I don't want to see a video game. I want to hear about Jess's tiny cat. Kevin is very small. Kevin is almost 3 months old and about the size of maybe a 3-week-old, 4-week-old kitten. But in the past week and a half or so, thanks to the treatments my wife, who's a veterinarian, has been doing, little Kevin has doubled in body weight in a week and a half, and has grown considerably. So treatments are a success. Our sweet little kitty's getting bigger. So far, so good. Fingers crossed. That's not the sign of allegiance? I was sure that was going to be the solution to that puzzle. You guys ever see a knife? What if I brought you the head of that old wolf out front? I can't believe they don't want a wolf statuette. Who wouldn't want a statuette of themselves? Show proof that you killed a Yeti. Yeah, they tend to be impressed with that, Manhunter. No question. That's the sort of thing that gets you a ton of respect in this area. Wait a minute. What is that? Oh no, a wolf. I think we knew about that. Wonder what else there is. Hey, Ben. Can you fill me in? You're playing a game for a mystery project. Oh, what game could that be, and what could that mystery project be? Well, we now have the ability to transform into animals thanks to the wizard Crispin. And as you can see, we're now a wolf with a headdress. So any questions? Just say this is a real walking simulator. Are you dead tired from playing it? Oh, maybe show it to the wolf, the old wolf.
Any questions?
We don't get that sticker now. Thank you, Vitaly. Any questions? That's right. You know, adventure games should have laugh tracks. I think that Kyrandia 3 and Torrens Passage both make it very clear that it's hard to know when to laugh at an adventure game if there's not a laugh track to tell you to. Like earlier when we rescued some girl's father from the land of the dead and he was telling his really sad story, like they'd add a laugh track, it would have been hilarious. That's the symbol of Queen Isabella herself. It represents her as well as all who serve her. Jax, why are you attacking my headphone cable? Jax is usually up when I stream in his little nighttime room where he sleeps. I don't know what he's doing out tonight. He's just cooing at me. Ah. That's the symbol of Isabella. How did you come by that? Ah, in a cave not far from here. Must have been an offering left by one of the villagers. I suppose so. Jax, don't bite me. Ugh, cat hair somehow. Ugh. You're the worst, Jax. Our ruler's patience is short, and your conversation with her will be no different. You may be a wolf, but you're still a foreigner. After your talk with Queen Isabella is over, you must leave immediately. Do you understand? Yes. Good, follow me. Cat hair mustache, yeah, it's the worst. Oh man, that is Queen Isabella. I'd recognize her anywhere. Look at that crown, it looks so good. Where do you come from and why? I come from a land far from this one, my lady, and I'm seeking the wizard Shadrach. Do you know of him? Why would a wolf seek a wizard? You're indeed a strange one. This is important, my queen. I have reason to believe this man poses a real threat to my loved one and possibly myself as well. I'm afraid I cannot sacrifice my time for a common stranger. If you have nothing more to present to me, then please, I would advise you to leave. Oh. Well, what if I do this? I'm a real lady. Queen Isabella, I'm not a wolf, but Cassima, queen of the land of the Green Isles. I became a wolf to withstand the harsh climate of this land, and also to speak to you. You are more than what I first saw you as. You're either very brave or foolish or both, human. You know nothing of the Shadrach you seek. You don't? No, the activities of the human world concern me not. If this man you speak of has ever ventured into my domain, I would know. What should I do now? Speak to the mountain dwellers to the east. They may be able to direct you further. Escort her to the falls. Should be able to find the way to the village from there. Jax, quit gnawing on my arm, please. Ooh, a cliff overlooking several small waterfalls. Unable to use her armlet again, Cassima struggles on through the bitter cold, making her way up a steep, snowy embankment that eventually becomes a downward sloping trail. It isn't long before she arrives at the village Isabella spoke of. That was very fair of Isabella. So cold. Hello? Who's there? A cold traveler. Could you please let me in? My word, an outsider. Come inside. Get warm. A short while later. Cold. It's very cold in Serenia. How in Isabella's name did you get here? It's a long story, but magic was involved. Why have you come here? I'm searching for a wizard, evil wizard. Someone in the village who may be able to help you. Who? The wise man. He lives in the smallest hut on the plateau east of here. Perhaps he knows about this wizard of which you speak. He's asked us to leave none disturbed, but perhaps he'll make an exception for you. I see. Think nothing of it, dear. In fact, take this scarf as well. My shawl and my scarf. If it's any colder, you'll definitely need it. Well, there we go. Cassima walked all the way to Winnipeg. Thank you very much. What is your name? You may call me the Weaver. All the people of this village do. Well, thanks, Weaver. Earl Weaver. You all right, little one? I suddenly felt unwell for a moment. Oh, you haven't taken ill, have you? I don't think so. I feel better now. Must return to my weaving. Thank you. Nice weave. All right. You know what? Now that we've made it to the village, I think this is going to be a good stopping point for tonight. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I hope you are too. I think this is a really impressive piece of work, and so far, I'm having a lot of fun exploring it. I can't wait to see where it goes next. I'll be back next Retro Adventure Wednesday with more of this one. Coming up first, though, let me say, my plan is to stream tomorrow night. What I'm going to stream, I'm still a little bit up in the air on. It will either be more Sam and Max, The Devil's Playhouse. We're starting episode 4 of that one soon. Or it might be more World of Warcraft. Some of you might know I recently started playing World of Warcraft for the first time in 18 years since I last played it, leveling up a new character, a warlock by the name of Mukul Winran. If you want to watch the adventures of Mukul Winran, they could be coming out tomorrow night too. The Discord is the best place to find out what that stream will be. It'll be starting around the usual time, around 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. But whichever one I don't play tomorrow, I'll probably play on Friday night instead. It just depends on what I'm feeling like tomorrow. So tune in and we'll have a good time. But for now, we should get a raid going. Share the level a bit. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for all the support, the hype train earlier, the chats, the helps when I was struggling with puzzles and stuff like that. Let's raid over and see. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's see our friend Bogus Meat Factory, who is playing, I believe, King's Quest 3 tonight. Maybe the fan remake of King's Quest 3 from the looks of things. But let's drop in on Bogus Meat Factory and say hi. I believe there could be a puppet involved, so content warning on puppetry. But we'll head over to Bogey's stream. Everybody take care, and I will see you again very, very soon. Happy King's Questing.